Good afternoon. I'm still reporting on the Clintons. Why didn't President Obama pardon Hillary Clinton? After his election as president-elect, Donald Trump announced that he bore no ill will towards the Clintons and didn't want to hurt them. This was a rather surprising statement after 18 months speaking at huge rallies around the nation where the crowd inevitably chanted, "Lock her up."
Right. My colleague Carl Quintanilla, and I'm reading this, and on the trading floor of the New York Stock Exchange, according to Carl Quintanilla, people were booing, shouting, "Lock her up." These are the Wall Street people,
right. Some
individuals. I mean, we know it wasn't the entire room, but it was enough that Carl Quintanilla, a responsible journalist, this is what was happening at this moment.
But Trump knows that the Clintons represent a significant and malevolent force in politics both domestically and internationally. So he wisely signaled that if there is any prosecution of the Clintons, it would not be his doing. However, it is difficult to believe that the new head of the Justice Department, Jeff Sessions, could be compelled to ignore the avalanche of evidence of criminal wrongdoing revealed by WikiLeaks, lest all his heartfelt talk about the importance of the rule of law become empty words. 2 days before Trump's inauguration, Dick Morris predicted that Obama had to pardon Clinton on his last day in office. However, Inauguration Day came and went without news of a final pardon from President Obama. Morris was not able to see the long game Trump is playing towards, political survival in a sea of pedophilia-loving sharks. But there are other factors at play. During the 2008 Democratic primary run, the Clintons and Obamas developed a deep hatred of each other. According to WikiLeaks email revelations, in March of 2015, Democrat mega donor Jeffrey Leeds wrote to General Colin Powell and explained to him the root of the mutual hatred. She hates that the president kicked her ass in 2008. She can't believe it or accept it. The feeling is mutual with the Obamas. According to best-selling author Kate Anderson Brower, Michelle's feelings towards Hillary were blatantly obvious when no couples dinners were scheduled at the White House when Hillary was Secretary of State and frequently meeting with the president. But Obama knows that Clinton, if left alone, will trash his legacy at the first self-serving opportunity in the future. So, if he pardoned her, as President Ford did for President Richard Nixon in 1974, that would be the final blow to his teetering legacy. Then Trump came up with the perfect solution. If Obama didn't pardon Clinton, she would be at the mercy of Trump for the next 8 years. This was so Trumpian, a win-win for both men. So now both Clintons are dependent on President Trump. Hillary's resentment couldn't be disguised as she said at the Trump inauguration ceremony, talking with President G.W. Bush. How the remainder of this Shakespearean tragedy plays out for Hillary Clinton remains to be seen. But if Trump plays his cards right, and he usually does, both Clintons will be effectively neutralized as a political threat going forward until the new Attorney General decides whether or not to send them to trial. That allows Trump to focus on the other major enemy, the invasion. I'm still reporting from Washington. Good day.